And
Here in
people
New
believe that.
York, I don't even have to answer my door unless they have a warrant.
Exactly. And even if they have a warrant, you don't have to answer your door.
You're not getting a warrant for a fucking phone, dumbass.
Lord have
Or you
mercy.
think the police don't get involved and you have to go to civil court?
Exactly. It is a civil matter, and that's what the cops are going to say. It's a civil matter, go to court.
Right. She had people believing that she was coming here to get a property retrieval. No, she wasn't.
I mean, I can understand a lot of people don't know how it really works. So I get
But
that,
it just
people
sounds
believe it, but it
ridiculous.
does sound
That just
absolutely
sounds
ridiculous.
stupid. Think
It
about
does.
it.
Oh, yeah. It
You're gonna
doesn't make
call the
sense.
cop. Hey, Grace has a phone. Can you go over there and do a property retrieval for me, please? Thank you. It sounds fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
No cop is gonna knock at my door and be, how the fuck would they know what phone it is? Cause you tell them?
That's like
Like,
me going and saying, hello, cops. Yes, Tamalee has a phone, and it's a Samsung 12, and it's black, and I need you to take that from her and send it to me. And the cop's going, oh, okay, no worries, we got you. And coming to your door, knock, knock, knock. Grace said you have a phone. She wants your phone, so give it to us. I mean, honestly,
right.
do you think that's how it works?
That's what I was trying to say when she was sitting up in the box saying that shit. And I'm like, you people, do you really believe this shit? Like, come on, use your fucking head. It doesn't work like that.
No, not at all.
I mean,
It's a
that's
civil
just
matter.
being, I don't even know. I don't even know. I just know that she lied so fucking much. She
Yes,
told
she
them
did.
that she was coming here for a property retrieval. She was not. She said that I stole the phone, but she texted me on the phone and then she told everybody on that side, no, I didn't. She was sitting right next to me when I texted her. No, I wasn't. She clearly states the first sentence says, I know you're driving, but because she texted me after I left her home. 20 minutes after I left her home, probably to be exact.
Lord have
On the
mercy.
phone that she claims I stole. So people were believing her on that. People were believing that she was because I did threaten her, right? I'm not gonna deny that. And I threatened her because of the fact that I got a phone call saying that she was going to another state to pick up another creator, Mookie, and they were coming to my house. So I did threaten him. It was her husband and Mookie were supposed to be on their way to my house. She lives in Ohio, Mookie lives in PA, and I live in New York. What did you think I was going to do? Sit here and say nothing? If I got three people coming to my home, I'm not supposed to say no. So did I threaten her? Yeah, I did. I absolutely did. And I meant it.
Well,
So there's that. But now she tells everybody that she wasn't going to get Mookie, or no, the thing was she was going to get Mookie and they were coming here. When I talked to Mookie, it was not that. She was going to drop her disabled daughter off at Mookie's house, another state, another creator that she doesn't know, only knows her from the phone. She was going to leave
wow,
her disabled daughter in another state to come to New York to do a property retrieval.
wow,
What?
wow. That's all I have
What?
to say about that. Wow.
And then she kind of get on here and she said Mookie was lying. That wasn't it. That her husband and her daughter were gonna come here and get no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You were dropping your daughter off to Mookie, a woman that you don't know. Your disabled daughter. Granted, she is 22, 20, something like that. She's not a kid. Um,
So she is an adult
she
that
is
is
an adult. Yes,
that's disabled that she has to still care for.
yes.
Okay, so as long as we're not talking
Yes.
about kids, because we're not going to talk
No,
about.
she is not a kid. She is not a kid. She is a grown. She's an adult, and she knows everything. I don't know the exact medical terms to use.
Right.
She's very smart. Her daughter is extremely intelligent and knows exactly what's going on. Should I say?
Okay. We're not going to talk about kids.
No, I
That's
wouldn't talk about no kids anyways. I don't do that.
no, we're
I
not
wouldn't
going to
do
do
that.
that.
I have my own grandbabies. I would not bring up anybody's kids. Her kid is a grown ass adult.
Okay.
So, anyways, they believed that, and then it was she got to PA, and then she had an emergency and had to go back home. You had to go back home because you fucking lied about everything. You lied about everything. That's why
Let
you
me.
went back home.
Do you even know for sure that she was on her way and she was in Virginia or wherever?
She was at Mookie's house. Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Sure was. She had already
But
left state and crossed state lines. Yup.
she didn't go any further south to get to see or north to get see you.
Nope. She went to PA and something she had an emergency. She had to turn around and go
Whatever.
right back home.
She
Um
had no intentions in coming your way.
no, she
It
didn't.
was
She
just
wasn't. She wasn't. It was a fucking lie.
it was a scare tactic. That's all it
So she had
was.
to come up with another lie to go back home.
Right.
And then what? Nothing. Then, it was the Draper's account, whatever. But when I tell you she lied, she even lied about when I was at her house. She even lied about the prices of, just getting our hair done and getting our nails done. Like, what? You even lied about the price. What?
That's
You
wild.
sound ridiculous.
See, all that stuff happened
But
way
yeah.
before. I guess either right before or like a month or two before I was even on the app. So
Well, when I was at her house, okay, I went from her house from June 21st to June 28th. So it's been a year. Okay.
right.
When I left her house, everything was still fine between us. It was a couple weeks after I was already home. She came up with this big thing. Like, I deleted messages out of her phone. I deleted phone calls. I stole the phone that she bought for me, even though we were on live throughout the whole time I was at her house. Everybody knew it was a gift. Hey,
What
happy.
what caused
Um,
her to do this though? I feel like this.
you guys, that's a good ass question.
Oh, so you
Nobody
don't even
knows.
know.
The only thing I could think of is she couldn't come up with a reason why she never answered the phone for Mookie when I was there. And she couldn't come up with a good enough reason, so she blamed it on me. And then everybody did believe her at first, right? So the first from July to maybe the end. Well, no, got an order of protection against me in October. So from July to October, I was fighting this whole thing, right? And then there was the order of protection, and then she was suing me for the phone. So it lingered on until what was it, September something. So then it stopped, right? So
Okay.
then all of a sudden, come January, she comes back out, talk about she's never told her story. She never got a chance to say anything. Her mom passed, so she was dealing with that. That's a fucking lie. She was on this app well after her mother passed away 1,000 times. And she's told her story a thousand times. The True Crew um group believed her, right?
Right.
So she went over to the True Crew group, and they kind of, I
Right.
don't want to say protected her, but they stuck up for her,
Right.
right? Until they figured out she was nothing but a fucking chronic liar, and they kicked her out. And then Jen comes to my live to tell me that, she knows for a fact it was a gift, blah, blah, blah. I hosted a whole live where Mookie came in and said she was sorry about everything. She knew the phone was a gift. Jen came in, said she knew the phone was a gift, that, pretty much they're sorry for what they did, blah, blah, blah. Um, More so Mookie saying sorry for everything.
Right.
Jen just saying, she knew that the phone was a gift, and she figured out Beth was a chronic liar or whatever. And they figured that all out on their own. That part had nothing to do with me. Nothing. That was all Beth, all by herself. So the next time she came out with, Bless and everybody being her friend, or else she wouldn't even be out here. Beth can't come alone. I'm going to say it again. Beth will never come alone. Never. And now all of a sudden, Drapers and her link up, and now there's nothing. Yeah, they were, Sherry. Somebody was.
They're on the outside.
So
That,
now it's coming out,
my
and
question.
I just, why I'm talking about it is because there was a live held last night, and in the chat, somebody named Kim was saying Draper/Skull.
Yeah.
So I want to know, you
Who's
know,
Kim?
huh?
Who's Kim that said
I
that?
don't know who the Kim is. It was in Bless's chat. It's on the read about it.
Oh, I
So if
don't
you
go over
watch
there.
the comments that come up,
Yeah.
it's a Kim Wellington 1960.
Karma T, really? That's not shocking to me at all.
Hey, Karma Jess, I was just talking about the Drapers account and all the fucking lies that they told over there on that account that everybody ran with. It's awful silent now. Oh, good, Karma. Good, Jess. I have.
Jess, if you can get a hold of or a recording of RT was live during the day yesterday by her storage unit. That's where she dropped that Skull was Drapers. If you can find that, I'm sure somebody has it recorded.
You did. It's just the other lies that went along with it right afterwards because of after the one live that I held where Drapers would come in but wouldn't come up in the box. And it seemed like right after that, like, oh, Tamalee's this and Tamalee's that and Tamalee's in hiding. No, I'm not. I'm far from in hiding. I do not hide from nobody.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, they've kept this going since
Mm-hmm.
July of last year.
Yep.
So almost a year now. That's ridiculous.
Yep. And everything, they had to lean on my home and they were going to take my home and remember all of that. Nothing. Not one certified letter that was posted over there came to my home. Not one. Not one.
Maybe they were supposed to expose who they. Well,
Right. And then what happened? Nothing. Not a fucking thing happened, right? They were going to expose when they got together. They were going to expose who they were because they were not scared. Huh. Where are they now? Where the fuck are they now?
you saw a set of feet. Well, like a feet, like someone's feet's gonna tell us who it is, unless you're weird like
Right.
that.
They burned shirts. They brought aprons and we seen feet in a T-Mobile bag. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? And if they weren't scared to begin with, they wouldn't make a whole account to go to another app to talk shit about me. If you ain't scared, I'm sitting right here.
Come on, Skull, come on up, because I know you're in
Talk
here
that shit
listening.
now. I've been asking for you to talk that shit for a long time. Come talk it. You're not scared.
You
Such
got
full
some
of shit.
explaining to do.
They
Skull, you
are.
got some explaining to do.
They ran me ragged over there for months. And again, I wouldn't be bringing it up right now if I didn't see the live that was held last night where Skull was being accused of being Drapers.
There's Jen. Jen just came in.
Hey, Miss Me Jen. I just wanted
Jen,
to get your opinion on something. There was a live last night. Not sure if you were aware of it. Bless's live. I know Jen has her own feelings on this, but it was Bless His Life. Do you see where they're calling Skull out to be in Drapers? Because, Skull and RT are fighting now. And Finding Grace said that RT mentioned it in a live. When was it?
Early that yesterday afternoon, because it was
Yesterday
daylight
afternoon.
and she was in
Go
front of
ahead.
her storage unit, and she was doing what RT does. She was upset and said something, I don't even know the exact words, something to the effect of, and Skull, or and Drapers, we know that's Skull. Or saying it's Skull, or something to that effect. Like I said, I don't know the exact wording, but she put Drapers and Skull together.
Yesterday, RT did say that. Say what, Jess? That Skull was Drapers? I know Miss Jen has her own feelings on this, but
There's one.
Yeah, we always had speculation that she was the Draper's account on TikTok.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
But as far as Reddit, you already know who that is. Like I have
Right.
1,000% proof of who the Reddit Drapers is. So that is not Skull at all, ever. Never logged into that account. Never had any association with that account on Reddit ever. Now, as far as TikTok goes, yeah, we've tossed that around and speculated ourselves. I don't know who is, I don't have any proof. I don't know for sure who is on the Draper's TikTok account. I don't know that. I didn't care.
I remember coming in one of your lives, Jen, and we were talking about Drapers, and I said, I think it's Skull, and you're like, no, I don't think so. I think it's Train, and I was like, oh, okay, and I left it at that. But I thought it was Skull all along.
Yeah, on the at that time we didn't, but then there was different things that was going on or whatever. Do I think the account was handed off? Do I think the TikTok account was handed off? I absolutely do. I absolutely do. But like I said, I will stand on 1,000% who the Drapers on the read about it is whatever. And as far as the TikTok, I think the TikTok account originated from the same person as well. But then when the heat started coming, they handed off that account so that they could hold their hands up and say, look, it's not me. And when that handoff took place, I believe it was handed off to Skull.
Oh, so
okay.
But I have no doubt. I have no doubt on the Reddit on Hey Colby, I see you. I have no doubt as far as on the Reddit account.
then
No
it
doubt.
was a couple people like Karma saying, like a couple people working it, and they're just handing it off to each other throughout.
On TikTok, yes.
Hey, Colby.
But on the Reddit, there is only one person. There's only one person that logged into the Reddit account. Only one. The entire time it was active. Only one.
And then they went silent. They said they were going to come out and show who it is, and then they went silent and never showed who they are.
Right.
Why is that, though?
I can't answer that part. And then as far as the apron thing, and I mean, I'm not even sure what that was. Like I said before, as far as the apron thing or something, I don't know, wasn't $25 or something, Mitch. I don't even know, but I don't know anything about the aprons unless that's what her mama was supposed to be making and sending to me or whatever. I mean, I don't know why, because I thought the aprons were ugly. I'm not Betty Crocker. But but as far as that goes, if that other person that they were supposed to meet still wanted to go through as far as making the videos, she could have easily sent those to her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Would it say that one more time?
The person Drapers was supposed to meet. If Skull is the Drapers account and her mama's the one making the aprons, it wouldn't have took nothing for her to mail the other party the aprons, and then that person did those couple of videos on their own.
Right. Plus, she got jewelry from her too.
Lord have mercy.
There's a video of Beth getting jewelry from Skull, and it was right before they were supposed to meet up.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't understand. And you and I have had private conversations, and I'll say it again, only because it's my part in that private conversation. But I definitely think all of that was done because you upset one person, and then that was created, and then for the next 3 months you were put through everything that you were put through, which is, in my opinion, unnecessary. And I still can't explain it. I mean, for what? Just
Right.
for the fact that they enjoy trying to hurt people. I mean, it makes no sense. Like, there's no logical explanation. They didn't prove anything. They didn't come take your house. They didn't come take your car. They didn't. What did they prove?
They proved that I have a judgment against me, like I said from the get-go. I don't get what the point was. Like I said, she came out here screaming she hasn't told her side of the story. She absolutely did. Jen, she went with True Crew right after I left that house. I'm not saying she was part of True Crew, but I'm just saying that she went over there, and that's when everybody was sticking up for her, or whatever you want to call it. But she absolutely was on this app after her mother died for months.
Well, yeah, and
didn't
she
get
wasn't.
off.
She wasn't a part of True Crew because we didn't start True Crew till November.
No, I don't. Well, I didn't mean like being in True Crew, but I just meant like she was with you, Mookie, and everybody,
Yeah.
on that side
And,
is
and,
what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying she's trying being part of True Crew,
and then
but she was over there.
if she didn't have the opportunity to tell her story, then why didn't she come out and tell it? Like, let's just go with what they're saying. If she didn't have the
Right.
opportunity to tell her side, why didn't she just come out and tell it? Like,
But
why
she
did
did.
why did somebody else have to get involved? I mean, can you not stand up for yourself?
Right.
That's why
You're
I
the
was
one that
asking
took the
Tamalee
judgment.
what
And you're
caused
still
all
lying.
this.
I mean, you were still lying to Train, saying like the message that was sent to me, it wasn't sent to me. I was sitting right next to her when she sent it. The message clearly says, "I know you're driving, but." 20 minutes after I left her home, when I stole the phone. Remember, the whole thing was about me stealing the phone. Hey, Button.
All right. Well, I'm going to drop out and give you your live back, but I just listen. I don't care whatever is said about who it is on TikTok. I have no
Okay.
I have no verification of that. I cannot speak on who it is. I can voice my opinion.
Right.
I do think that if it was not Skull, she definitely had access to it. I don't think it originated with her. I think it was given to her. But listen, do not ever, ever, ever doubt who that account was on the Read About It. Again, I stand on it 1,000%. I know
you
she's
do.
on that account the entire time.
I know you do.
Well,
I said that in the beginning that you stand on it. I know you stand on it.
and I will. There will nothing. I know what I saw with my own two eyes, and
Right.
and there's no way around it. There's absolutely no way around it.
my question is why everybody knew that Tamalee had the judgment. It wasn't a secret. She announced it very clearly that she had the. Why continue it once she has the judgment against her? I don't understand why any of this started from the beginning.
Because she wanted her money, so she was trying to go a little bit further, saying she was going to come and take my home, and they were going to have to sell it, and whatever I got from it, I would have to pay her the money. Like she just like in the beginning, prior to that, she had people. She did say this in somebody's live, and I don't know whose it was. I don't want to say if it was Jen's or if it was Courtney's back then. And I mean your Courtney, Jen, not the Courtney that we were talking about last night. I can't remember what live where she said that I was facing 5 to 7 years.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Just making up stories and making up shit to try to make you look like a bad person. But listen, this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. Once I called it out, once I saw the proof for myself of who that account was, and I called it out. Does it not seem strange that they're all of a sudden gone.
Yeah, that it stopped.
Yep.
So that should
I
be all
said
the
the
proof
same
anybody
shit.
needs. That should be
Yeah.
all the proof
Right.
anybody needs. And I got doxxed because of it. Like my physical address because of it. A dog only hollers when it's hit.
Ooh.
Facts.
All right, y'all.
I didn't know you got docs like that.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
remember.
They put my whole physical address out there. Yes, ma'am. After I exposed it. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry they did that to you, Jen. That's not cool.
But why would
Oh
they
my
do it if it wasn't
God.
true? Why would they do it if it wasn't true?
Exactly.
Right. Why would they? Right.
All right, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you coming up. It's Jen. Hey, Tiffany. I see everyone coming in. I'm sorry. I just don't like to interrupt people. Karma Jess, I can't wait for that, babe.
Yeah, that'd be good. I want to see that.
Does anyone know what page is on for TikTok? What do you mean, sunflower?
What page